In this video, I'm going to go through how to make these octopus with the googly eyes. It's the same pattern for both these smaller ones and the larger ones. If you want to use these are like probably the regular size, the most common size of these googly eyes, but you can also get them in this smaller size. These two are showing the smaller size, so we're going to make the bigger one to go through this. The pattern is the same. The differences are just the size of these eyes and then the size of the hook. So for the larger one, I use a 5.5 millimeter. For the smaller one, I use a 4.5 millimeter. It just makes it a little bit easier to get in and around the loop that's smaller on these. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put these aside. We're going to start with our larger hook, and then I'm just going to do a slip knot to start that, to get that on the hook. Okay, so to get it onto the eyes, I'm going to turn them around so that the loop is facing away from me, and I'm going to put my yarn behind that and then go through and grab it from the other side so that you have 2 loops on your hook, and then just do a single crochet. So just start with a single crochet like that, and then I'm going to do 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those 5 on the loop around there, just like that. And then I'm going to chain 2, and that was what's going to make the back. So I'm just going to take that chain and pull it across the back, and then I'm going to go into the first stitch over here that we just did, and I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch. So now you have these around the front that you can work with, and then this on the back will work with that as we go around. So then the next round is just going to be another round of single crochet here in the front. And then when we get to the back where we've got the chain across there, I'm going to put 3 stitches across here, just like when we went around this, same kind of thing. I usually take this tail here and put it across there just to kind of work it in. So I'm going to go around both of those, come up through and do a single crochet, and then I'm just going to do 2 more. So 1, and that'll make a total of 3. So now we've got 5 stitches in the front, 3 stitches in the back, so that's 8. And of course he's an octopus, so we want 8 legs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do another round of single crochet in the front. I'm going to do my 5 in the front. And then when I get to the back, I'm going to do double crochet. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. And that just kind of makes it even so that you have the same amount on the back as on the front. So then from here, we're back around to the front. I'm just going to go ahead and single crochet again across the front. So just another round just to get us back around to the other side. And then when I get over here is when we're going to go ahead and start the legs. So now that we're on these double crochets, I'm going to slip stitch in there and pull, come back out, and then I'm going to do 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to single crochet in this in one side. If you're right-handed, it'd be this side. If you're left-handed, the other side. And I'm just going to go down each stitch of that chain and single crochet all the way back down to the end. And by staying on one side, that's what's going to make it curl up. So once I get back down here, that's my last single crochet. Then I'm going to go back in that spot where I started, and I'm going to slip stitch again. Then I go to the next one and do the same thing. So that's 10 chains, and then we're going to do single crochet in each one. And when you're starting back this way, you start in the second stitch of that chain. Back down here. And then again, you're going to slip stitch back into the spot where you started. And keep going. So if you'd like, you can pause and go ahead and finish all those legs, and I'll meet you back here when you're done. Okay, I've just finished my 7th leg, and I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch back in the same place I started from, slip stitch that leg on. And then number 8 is right here. So I'm just gonna, again, go through that next stitch, do a slip stitch, and then 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then start my single crochets in that second stitch. Do each one on the same side. Okay, last stitch there. And then back through the same place we started and slip stitch. So then I'm going to pull this out and cut off the yarn, and then pull this through. Then I'm going to take, we've still got this tail up here, so I'm going to take my hook and pull that through to the back. So that's inside there. And then I'm going to take this end where we left off, and use my darning needle and I'm going to take this, so it leaves off up in the front up there, but we want to take it to the back. So I go through this next one, go through both of them so it gets all the way in there. So that's the next stitch kind of in between those two legs. Pull it through there. And then I also like to grab this stitch, both sections of that. And then that's where I'm going to knot it. I'm just going to run through and pull that knot good and tight. Make sure that's good and tight. So that way that leg is nice and secure, just like the other ones. So now to finish it off, I just weave through the back here a few stitches to where I can get the tail where I started and the tail where I ended right next to each other. And you could just weave it in, it'd probably be fine, but just because these, you know, might be played with by children and things like that, I like to go ahead and, you know, put a knot in there to make sure it's good and secure. And then I just cut the ends off. So you can see they're same pattern, just a little bit different sizes. I usually like to put the eyes up straight. They kind of end up flat like that if you put them in a package or something, but really intended to have those eyes up straight. So that is the octopus and the mini octopus.